Hi, so today I want to kind of bring every bring everything together in terms of like reading my recent blogs and sort of like commentating on it. And in terms of like giving advice, like how Lao Tzu gave advice in his one little book, and uh, listening to advice as given by things such as creation's journey to life, heaven's journey to life. It's like the descriptions of the principles involved to simplify living is easy to give. It's easier to give advice in terms of the principles of good living, let's say, than it is to actually walk with myself than it is to actually walk with myself and expose the ugly and expose what does not want to be exposed and exposing myself in the form of vlogging like right now. And this is just a selfish little opinion of mine, but it's it's probably not original either, but I'm gonna say it, which is people have been deterred and values have been placed on first-hand knowledge and understanding to be the lowest form of knowledge. And it's almost like we place hope that there's greater knowledge. There's a special kind of knowledge that accelerates exponentially our process to success. And then as a cost of believing in this conviction, we we sacrifice our own seeing and hearing at the foot of these experts. It's, it's like it's like buying a new phone. When you buy a new phone and you do research, you listen to all the expert reviewers, right? And without and mostly without considering that the reviewer has a financial stake in making the narrative of cell phones in a certain way and reviewing a cell phone in a certain light and not really doing objective comparisons because you don't see flagships being compared to past flagships and you don't see comparisons like does the first generation flagship is the first generation flagship better than the mid-range phone of today, which is like fourth generation, fifth generation. And you don't see that sort of objective comparison. And delegating our responsibility to understand ourselves to these experts like psychiatrists and psychologists, and not only them, but any group that claims to know anything that we rely on for information. So, like the news outlets and whatnot. And it's it's the height of ignorance to to not trust your own senses and to not listen to your own, to not hear what the inner voice is really saying. Because what I've found out about my own backchat and internal conversations is it's it's like a mentalized form of posturing. It's like making myself a certain way and then insisting that I am that certain way through babbling about it in the mind internally, and and then fearing that it'll end, which it obviously will because it's a lie. And it's its motivation, its basic motivation, the basic motivation of a character is usually not so benign, not so harmless, is actually the definition of harm. It's it's survival of the fittest. That's what a character, that's the basic motivation of a character as a personality in a human mind such as myself. It's, it's survival of the fittest, eradication of the weak, and we not only do this in our worlds outside of us, but we categorize and put in little shelves and drawers like classes of importance on aspects of ourselves, and we deny and resist certain parts of ourselves while we pine and sacrifice ourselves for ourselves, for a personality and character that we think will win the game. Yeah, it's a long, it's been a long journey that has perplexed humanity, and we're not actually, we keep on saying we're looking for the answer, but at the same time we resist and deny and insist that we've looked everywhere when we haven't even looked to ourselves. And it's kind of like amazingly deceptive contrast in terms of like, oh, I'm so smart, i I'm holding this position in the world system, but I don't have an answer for this world. I don't have an answer that everyone can apply equally as one humanity that is stuck in a physical reality, which implies certain specific needs that that is that is being crucified. And the only reason why I'm able to sit in a chair and talk with you is because of the sacrifice of my ancestors. Yeah, it's because of the sacrifice of my ancestors, of themselves and their own mind, just for the purpose of money. And come on, I'm not the only one that can actually live like this. And I keep on asking myself, what am I really doing? Like, what am I really wrapping my head around to understand? And what am I really doing that will be revealed when I die, when the real truth will be exposed plain for everyone to see, my contribution to all life, to all of humanity. It's like, is fighting to gain gain an advantageous position in this warring system, is that really, is that how is that contributing, to all life and the consideration that all life is equal and one? So yeah, I'm gonna stay in this perplexed situation for a while I wrap my head around this. Thanks. Bye.